You're good. Thank you, Dan. Your coach, how you doing?
They're downstairs.
Big Ten. So your session here should be ready to roll shortly. Appreciate you coming in a little early.
Well, nice to see you.
Hey, Joe, when you look, you see Wisconsin picked up a 3-year starting quarterback, that Russell Wilson kid from North Carolina State. Ohio State loses Terrell Pryor, 3-year starter, who should have been back this year. How does that just change sort of the balance, or as you look at the leaders division as you go into the
It's too early to tell. We end up playing, our last 3 games, Wisconsin, Ohio State on the road.
Right.
And there's a lot of football going to be played before we get to that. And then we end up with Nebraska at home. So, that league's going to be tough.
When you look at
Wisconsin, there's a lot of good people around, and I don't know the kid from North Carolina State. I haven't got the slightest idea what kind of quarterback he is. I couldn't tell you. I don't think anybody's seen him play in a couple of years, have they?
Yeah.
I know you're fond of Jim Tressel. What are your thoughts on his departure from Ohio State?
Well, I'd rather not get into that. I have tried to just, hey, there's nothing I can do about it. Nothing I don't think it's fair for me to make comments. I think it'll be handled by the people who should handle it whatever way they want to do. It's fine with me. I just don't want to. I think college football right now is a great game. It's as good a game, and we've always had some problems. Now, I don't really know what the problem is at Ohio State, to be frank with you. So I'm not about to get into that and start pointing fingers.
Hey Joe, what would you tell a guy like Luke Fickell who's getting into this? He's totally new to it as a head coach.
Good luck.
Would you have advice for him?
Oh no, how you do? He's been around some good coaches. He's been a good football player. Excuse me. I think he doesn't need me to give him any advice. I may call him for advice.
Joe, as good as you feel, how long do you think you continue to coach?
Oh, I don't know.
How long would you like to coach?
Well, I like to coach as long as I feel like I can do a good job. There comes a time where maybe I don't feel like getting on the field. I can't run around, can't demonstrate. I was about a year ago, I was having some problems because I had so many bang, bang, bang problems. And I feel great. I've really enjoyed the spring, running around a little bit more than I've done. I'm demonstrating a little bit. I like to be involved in it. And as long as I can stay involved in it, I think I'd like to coach. That's maybe up to somebody else to make a decision as to whether I'm effective enough for what the program needs. I can't say that. But right now, I'm looking at 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years?
That may be optimistic. I don't know.
It sounds, Joe, like you've been able to get out and do more physical things on the field, walking, that sort of thing. How important has that been, and why are you able to do it this year?
It's always been big to me walking. I used to walk 5-6 miles a day, and I'm back to doing that now. Yeah. I walk 30-35 miles a week, and I try to walk at a good pace. And back in my place, there's hills all over the place. We're up and down hills, I'm walking flat. And then when I get down to the beach, I get up early in the morning and walk. I feel great. And walking for me is good because I take a pad with me, and something that looked like a big problem when I left the house doesn't seem quite so big.
What is the status of your team entering practice next week? Do you have anyone that won't be able to go, or what's the status of your team entering practice next week? Do you have anyone that won't be able to practice right off the bat, or anybody coming back from your major injury?
Well, we got 2 or 3 kids that are banged up. We're not sure about a couple of kids.
Who's that?
I'm not sure about a couple of kids, but I don't want to say yes or no on any of them until we're sure I can give you a definite answer whether a kid's going to play or not. Able to play. But right now, I'm assuming we're going to have them all.
How much better do you think Bolden will be having that year under his belt? Last year he came in this time.
Well, I think the quarterback situation will be better. How good? We'll find out.
Coach, with your position in Nebraska, how would you rate this conference nationally compared with every other?
Well, I think that's up to some other people, but I think it's pretty darn tough. I think we got some. I just, as you heard me say, probably, I was hoping I was trying to get either Rutgers or Syracuse or Pitt. And I'm glad we went to a 12-2.
But Nebraska, when you guys moved to the Big Ten,
Nebraska was a big plus. I think Nebraska brings a really good, solid all-around sports program, class program, good fans. You know, because we've played Nebraska 2 years. I go back to when I was in assistant coach with Nebraska. When Bobby Reynolds or Billy Reynolds were great back.
when you guys moved to the Big Ten, was there anything? What was the toughest adjustment that you had to make moving into the Big Ten for being independent?
Well, you know, first for them we didn't have a typical Big Ten schedule. You know, it was just the intensity, the competition each week, and then, you know, giving up some rivalries that we had had. Those kind of things, getting the fans used to, you know, traveling to Chicago and places like that. Other than that,
Nothing on the field.
It's college football.
Joe, do you have
Football's football. I don't care whether you put a Big Ten title on top of it or you put a Southeast Conference title on top of it. It's football.
Joe, do you have any sort of timeline for getting the quarterback thing figured out? Would you like to, in terms of at a certain point of preseason ball, to?
It'll take care of itself, I think. I don't know. We'll see. I have no time. I'm just we're going out there, we're going to work to get good and see where we are when it comes time to make a decision. But
When do you guys start?
we start, the kids come back the night of August 3rd and we start practice August 4th. But we have a problem. We're still in summer school. A lot of our kids are up there in summer school.
Yeah.
You talk about all the outside influences now and whatnot. Is it as much fun for you now as it used to be?
Well, I've tried not to let all that stuff out. I don't have a computer. I don't have a cell phone. I don't, people tell me about Twitters. I don't know what the hell a Twitter is. When I was a kid, a Twitter was when a good-looking girl walked by with a short skirt. Everybody twittered. But I don't know. You guys are thinking things I don't even think about. So it's hard for me, and it sounds like I'm being evasive, but I'm not. I just don't think of this.
But those things affect your college football now. I mean, Butch Davis just got fired yesterday.
He got fired?
Yeah, Butch Davis in North Carolina got fired, and a lot of it is maybe the uproar from some people think it's the uproar from the publicity over his.
No, I don't think there's any question that that's part of the problem. But the world changes.
Yeah.
It's changing all the time. We can't stop and say, hey, you guys in the newspaper business, you can't stop. I mean, you listen to Murdoch on that, lying through his teeth over there in England. Well, don't quote me on that. I shouldn't. I had enough trouble. I don't know.
Joe, were you stunned to hear Butch Davis got fired? You're stunned to hear Butch Davis got fired?
Absolutely. That's first I know about it.
Yeah.
I don't spend my time reading sports either. That's not because I dislike sports writers. It's not. You guys are in a competitive world now. You gotta do something because it's on television. You got ESPN, CBS, you got Big Ten, you got something. You can't. I go home at night sometimes just to look at the news, and you can't. Maybe a good show. I get tired of it. NFL grades, icons in this and this.
Hey Joe, you said before you've never been a fan of that coach in waiting. After that West Virginia situation, is that a good point for why you're not in favor of that? What happened with that West Virginia situation?
Well, I'm not just in favor of that because I don't think it's fair to the rest of your staff. To be frank with you, I think we win or lose as a group. And I don't think, I've never gone overboard and said, hey, the coordinator did this, or the team, we lose, I lose. I'm the guy that didn't do a good job. It just doesn't seem that I want to be looking on my shoulder. The guy, if I had that
Like bad?
Feel free. I mean, that didn't. That's not my. I'm uncomfortable. Whether I'm right or wrong, I don't know. But I'm uncomfortable.
All right, guys, we need to go.
Thanks, Coach. Thank you.